taking her phone.
I didn't take her phone.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, yeah. We're no longer allowed on this establishment. If you come on this property at all, parking lot, anything, you will be arrested and taken to jail.
Working in the business of feeding people surely is not an easy task. Fast food employees in particular can often feel overwhelmed because of the fast-paced environment they have to work in. But these next characters you're going to meet today take behaving badly at work to a whole new level because they did it all. From getting drunk during a shift to stealing from the cash register or hitting people in the face. You can check out their stories and decide for yourself which one takes the cake. Our first story takes us back to December 2021 when this former Burger King employee decided to make a scene at work. The employee became uncooperative.
I'm walking, but I don't want that woman to touch me.
Come on.
So the restaurant management decided to call in law enforcement officers to help contain the situation. At the beginning of their conversation, it seems that the only problem was related to the employee's payment.
It want us to pay it in cash. We don't do that. So she started records, started throwing stuff.
Don't touch me. Everybody come over here. Let's go. Don't touch me.
Everybody, let's go. Walk.
I don't want to talk to you because you're a woman.
Walk.
I want to talk to the man.
That's fine. Walk. Let's go. All right, get out of it.
Get out of
Is
my
she
way.
refusing?
I'm walking, but I don't want that woman to touch me.
Come on. Let's go outside and talk, please.
The cops managed to move the rest of the conversation outside the building. Problem was, the employee kept using offensive language and insisted they wouldn't be touched by the female officer. A male cop took over the questioning, calmly trying to figure out what was going on.
All right. What is going on? What happened?
I'm trying to talk to him about money, right? No, get the out.
Hey, can you stop, please? Just talk to me.
That man, when I told him not to touch me at all, he was touching me. He was grabbing my hand, my jacket, and I told him to stop. He's screaming in my face, telling me I had to perform good and that I was going to get fired on the first day. He wasn't going to pay me, making all these excuses.
By this point, the officers didn't have many options left. This person wasn't making a lot of sense, and they probably feared things might turn even more aggressive. Notice how the employee has a backpack. There's no way to tell what's inside or if this person was armed. Watch carefully as the law enforcement duo agree on what to do next just by exchanging glances.
I need something. Please stop getting close to me, woman.
Yep. Here.
Oh.
What do you think you're doing? Hey, look.
Stop resisting.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind
No,
your
I'm
back.
not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not. Stop. He was hurting me. You did
Look,
it.
look. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Stop.
Hold on.
Stop. Stop hurting me. Stop.
After the employee was apprehended, things got worse.
Woman, I hate people like you and your.
Copy at 1748. Do you want to hold the channel?
Go ahead, shoot me.
Relax.
I dare you.
Relax. Stop.
Copy all units.
What are you saying?
Traffic center.
Look, I'm gonna sit you up, okay? Oh, she's going to jail now.
What?
Stop.
I need help and you didn't help me.
I'm gonna help you sit
Help
up.
me. Stop. No, I'm trying to get away. You're hurting me. Then make it stop.
People working at that specific Burger King apparently needed a certain payment card to be compensated for their services. However, this person seemingly lost the card and was now requesting cash payment. The officer also tried to explain what might happen with their last payment, even hinting at a small piece of corporate advice. That didn't go well either.
It's for your last paycheck or whatever. You guys are going to sort it out over email, phone.
No, I'm not getting no money. I'm a slave.
You can always
Thank you,
file-
America. I'm a slave. I get no money. I get no food, no water. Thank you for having those
I'm
four
trying to
walls
tell
because
you.
of them women looking at my all the time.
This is your stuff?
I'm trying to tell you. You can go and file a suit against them. They're a whole big chain restaurant. If they're going to withhold
I hate her.
wages.
She's a woman. I hate her. She always be
Sorry,
looking
you
at my looking in my mouth over and over and over again.
She's not doing nothing.
I told her to back off. She was threatening me.
Let's go Take a walk over here.
I'm not mental health because somebody hurt me.
What are you doing? Let's go walk over here, okay?
It doesn't matter. She put a label on me. Do you not see that? When I told her to back off, she wouldn't back off.
The officer's patience and negotiation skills are top-notch here. He managed to get past the fact that his colleague was constantly being insulted. His tone of voice never spiked.
No, I told her, let me go outside, just don't come close to me.
As a police officer, we've got a job we got to do, and I'm sorry if you don't like what gender I am, what race I am, but we still
Yes,
have to go
but
and do it, right?
I felt more comfortable with a man, and I told her that
don't
I
always-
am being threatened,
we don't
and if
always
she
have
could just
that
back
luxury.
off a little.
If a police officer tells you and gives you a lawful order, you've got to obey it. That's
I
the-
know, and I was leaving, like
that
she
might
said.
be your only charge walking out of here today. That might be your only charge, is for refusing her and then going and wrestling with them when they want to put the cuffs on you.
The last thing officers had to take care of before leaving for the station was performing a body search. They had to make sure the culprit wasn't armed, so the team would be safe for the ride. In case you missed it by now, there was no way this employee was going to let a female officer do the search.
I don't want to go with her.
Well, you'll be going with us.
Well, here's the deal. You're going with them. I just need to search you for their safety. I need to make sure you have no weapons on you. You cannot pull away from me. You cannot resist. Understood. It's the process. I
Can you do it?
understand.
I
No,
can't.
a female
I'm
has
not allowed
to do
by
it.
our policy.
Why?
Because you are still considered a female. On your identification, you are still considered a female legally. So
I know
legally,
this is-
I am the
Illegally,
one.
you put me in solitary confinement for having a name change.
Regardless of how much this person tried to change the subject, the officers kept going, calmly explaining the procedure.
I always put you in solitary confinement. This
Look,
is a
I
very
understand your
simple charge.
situation. I understand you're changing, okay? But legally, you are still a female, and legally and policy-wise, these men cannot search you, okay? I understand you do not want me to touch you, but unfortunately, I do need to search you to make sure that my partners are safe in their vehicles, okay? So the quicker you work with me, the quicker we get this done, and the quicker you go with them, okay?
Not everybody usually gets this whole explanation before we go and do something. She's doing this try to put your mind at ease for it because we don't have a choice in it. And particularly, you don't have one as we either.
The officers finally managed to perform the search needed to move on. The suspect was carried to the station and was eventually charged with 2 misdemeanors, including resisting arrest without violence. This former Burger King employee managed to secure a deferred sentence after completing a state program. When it comes to this next fast food restaurant, nothing seems out of the ordinary at first glance. Misunderstandings between employees and customers happen all the time because of incorrect deliveries, long lines, or simply because someone had a bad day and didn't use the right tone. Police officers were called to this Taco Bell location because a certain conversation got a bit out of hand and it was worth checking out.
Okay.
How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm a little pissed off right now.
I sure see that.
Yeah. I took an order, I paid for my stuff, but these guys are all coming out here yelling and screaming, calling me names. I have them on video, and they're telling me that I'm mad and that I'm calling them names. They came out to me first.
Okay. Was your order wrong or something, or what?
They don't have any carbonation in here. So I always get to number 2. It's got 3 soft tacos and a freeze. I upgrade to a freeze. They don't have it. So the issue at hand is that they want to sit there and tell me that, well, they're going to give me something different, like tea. I don't want tea. Or water.
Apparently, the Taco Bell employees had mentioned that this customer hadn't been that polite. There might have been some spitting involved too. The man's explanation for the slobber incident sounds pretty legit though.
There was a comment about someone spitting on somebody.
I didn't spit on anybody. I have a speech impediment.
Okay.
And when I speak loud, it comes out.
Oh, okay.
So it's not an issue. But the guy wants to be an issue.
So you didn't intentionally
No.
hog a loogie or spit in somebody's
No,
face?
I don't even know how to do that.
Okay. Do you have your ID or anything on you
do.
real quick?
Officers kept talking to the customer for a good half hour or so. The customer had been very cooperative, so they also checked if he wanted to press any charges against the Taco Bell employees for their reaction.
Done with today?
I want to be left alone, but when people start coming up and yelling and screaming at me, I don't have a right to talk back to them.
Well,
I mean, is it okay? It's the one side of the world?
no, it's not one-sided. No, I'm just wondering what would you like us to do today? So if we find that there's charges to be able to press on him or the employees there, would you like us to pursue any type of charges?
I mean, I just want I come here, but the lady says I do this all the time. I've never done this before.
Okay.
You know, the lady, she comes out, videotapes me, but I have it on video that I asked her. I says, just give me a bean burrito in lieu of it.
Sure.
Do you know what? I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, instead of.
There
right.
you go.
Instead
it's
of this
it's
not
an
being on there.
educational thing. And
Right.
she's like, it's $2.55 for the drink. The bean burrito's $1.89.
Okay.
So I said, I'll take the bean burrito.
Sure.
But she's like, no, I can't do that. You can either have a brisk iced tea, you can have a cup of water.
Sure.
I'm like, no, I get a mango freeze all the time. I have so many of these receipts that are all Taco Bell.
Oh,
I
okay.
get the same thing.
Okay, sure. We have to admit that the man was a bit too upset about his order, but he did pay for it, and from what he's telling, he's also a regular. You'd think the employees could have made an exception for him and replaced one of the products they'd run out of. While they indeed might have switched something in his order, this replacement only got the restaurant shut down hours later.
How's it going? Pretty good.
Yeah, how many employees do you guys have here right now?
4.
4. Okay. Collecting information.
Yeah, come on.
So, what's happening is you guys are actually being shut down right now. We have our supervisors on the way out and our investigations team as well. So I need all your employees to come out to the front here and just have a seat. We're going to be getting a hold of the manager for the company, and we'll explain a little bit more about what's going on as soon as my supervisors get here. But again, for right now, every single employee here is being detained, and nobody is free to go. Okay?
So, detention for a while.
So it's going to be for an investigation we have going on right now. It's going to relate to the poisoning situation.
Poisoning?
Yes, but right now, and I'm going to let somebody else elaborate on that. But right now, I need all of the employees to just go ahead and shut everything down and come out to the front here, okay?
Okay, so we need to call our GM.
You heard that right. Poisoning. Notice how the officer's first question was how many employees were left in the building. They'd received a complaint that a man's order had been poisoned after requesting a replacement for a missing product. The restaurant was immediately shut down, and all the workers left in the building were told to stay put. The officer wanted to make sure he'd got the number of employees right before he'd given them the bad news. This prevented anyone from getting a chance to escape.
Well, now, do they want us to search anything, or are we just waiting for them? Because I have no idea what the hell's happening.
Let's check trash cans and that kind of stuff, like the dumpster out back, because if they broke open a rat trap or something like that.
Okay.
Anything, I can go back there and look. I just came here just to see what you guys needed. I didn't know how many people you had.
I can go do that. I will take care of that.
But that's what we're looking for.
How did they know it was the Taco Bell that was poisoned, though? Obviously, there were pictures.
But then also do we know a time frame?
At 1946 is when we got notified that
Okay.
the guy was at the hospital that had been poisoned at this Taco Bell.
Okay. He didn't say when.
I don't. Witzman has the receipt. I'm guessing that'll tell us exactly when. But I just sent you a picture of what we're
So
looking
you had
for.
those 3 employees that left. Is
The balls,
that
the green balls, and then whatever that, or yeah, the green balls. Because if you flip through to the next one, they're just on top. That one's like hidden. They're just,
wow.
Those are rat poison balls. And then that is like some sort of cleaning agent or something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot more legit than I thought it was then.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes one bite, immediately starts vomiting, burning throat, all that other stuff. He's gave consent. They're going to go. CSI is going to leave the hospital after collecting the food and the poison. They're going to go to his house, collect all the vomit samples with the poison in it.
Okay. I'll just let them know what's going on real quick, and then we'll start checking around.
The case was initially treated as an attempted homicide. Thankfully for the Taco Bell employees, there seems to have been no evidence of foul play. Investigators looked at video footage from the location and couldn't see anything indicating that one of the workers had placed rat poison in the customer's food. It's all in a day's work for these next police officers, too. They were called to investigate an altercation at a Popeyes restaurant in Flagler County, Florida. They ended up giving a trespass warning.
First things first, this right here is a trespass warning for Popeyes. Okay? Being issued to you by the general manager of the store. This explains it right here. This means you can no longer come. Let me explain it to you, okay? And then you're gonna roll your eyes at me.
No, I don't roll eyes.
Okay. This is a trespass warning. You are no longer allowed on this establishment. If you come on this property at all, parking lot, anything, you will be arrested and taken to jail. You understand? Okay, so go ahead and set that inside your car.
Do you understand the trespass warning? Yeah.
Okay.
Which was calmly followed by an arrest.
Second thing we're going to explain to you is you are going to jail for battery.
Battery?
Okay? Yep. Go ahead and drop your phone. Drop your phone right there.
What? Is that a felony?
No, it's a misdemeanor.
Rough.
It's a misdemeanor. I'm not being rough.
Battery?
Yes.
Man, come on, man. My whole...
You're going to jail for battery.
Battery?
Let me explain all your charges to you, okay? Because you got more.
What?
Okay?
Oh
You're going to jail for battery, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct inside of a restaurant.
Oh, man.
How did things end up here? Let's take it back to a couple of moments prior. One of the officers arrives at the restaurant and finds the entire team arguing. Some of them seem to be related. Others seem to be working under fake names. A whole mess. Check this out.
For real? Hey, baby. I called the police yesterday about your husband standing by U-Haul. Stay right here. We're all siblings. We got the same name.
It doesn't matter. Chill, bro.
It matters to me. It matters to me because you let them crook come between me and my family. If that's how y'all... This is my actual sister. This is my actual biological sister. This is how y'all really want to say
Just go in.
Nah. It's about money, and because this girl a crook, working on a fake name. She told you that I call police on you about your that U-Haul I got for y'all. That is a falsified document. What's going on?
They'd all dialed down the aggression once the police arrived, but officers knew that things had already gotten physical between at least two of the employees. Separating them and trying to hear each of their stories seemed like the best strategy.
First and foremost, the fight because she grabbed me. All I did was hold it down. Ain't no man against a woman. I got a surgery. Let's clear that up first. The dirt that she works under a fake name here. Y'all accuse me when I worked under $1,500. Man, no.
So what
But
happened?
she called the police yesterday up here. I came out here to confront my sister because y'all telling me somebody gonna do something in my house. I already know how RJ played. This girl cut tires, bust windows. If you run it, her name will come back to Willie Drive. I'm tired of being in the middle. When this girl came back to work here, she used my manager code. She didn't have one. Y'all gonna tell me I took $1,500?
What manager code you?
Here's what initially triggered the cops. They'd gotten a call about a person wearing a dress and a bonnet that had injured someone at a local Popeyes. The suspect was none other than one of the managers at the restaurant. He'd been called on his day off to provide answers on some missing money from the cash register. So what do you do when you want to prove your innocence? Don't get aggressive, of course.
Came here. My brother came in here and he put his hand on her face and she defended herself and they started fighting. He don't want to chill. He done broke our property. I'm his sister. I'm trying to get him.
Is he related to her?
I'm tired. No.
How do you know?
He need to go to jail. He needs to go to jail.
We gotta calm down.
I'm sorry, baby. But hit my hand, sir.
We gotta figure out what's going on, okay?
As they were trying to gather enough information to make the arrest, officers were interrupted. The culprit gave it one last shot at trying to prove he was in fact the victim.
Y'all got no calls or anything?
What's that?
Because the scratches that she got, they burning.
Spices.
No, scratches.
Scratches. I mean, I can call an ambulance out here for you.
Yeah, we don't have.
We don't carry that stuff with us stuff.
Is that blood on you?
That's my mother, not her.
Oh, okay.
I didn't attack her.
Mike. Somebody called, and a male called, said he was going to come over here and kick somebody's butt. He showed up. So this is. And kicked our butt. I don't know if this is the male yet. Haven't got that far.
Had the scratches been so deep, officers would have noticed the bleeding to begin with. Clever, but not clever enough. The man was charged with battery, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and grand theft. He was initially sentenced to probation, but in 3 months he was at it again, earning a similar offense. Now imagine being a police officer and having to start your shift talking to these two delightful ladies. Not quite the relaxing evening you were hoping for, especially if you're not a fan of getting your eardrums assaulted.
Hey, you're gonna go to jail if you don't calm down.
Please, I'm not even.
You're yelling?
Type of way. Okay.
I'm sitting here telling you, me and her are trying to go home. We're trying to go home.
340, go ahead and start the wagon.
Papa, go get my baby right now. Like,
That's fine. We'll just take him for disorderly. I don't give a right now.
Daddy, no, I understand that, but we are trying to go home.
Law enforcement officers were called in April 2023 to a Taco Bell on West Maryland Street in Evansville. Apparently, 2 of the fast food employees, a minor and 35-year-old Trisha Nelson, had been up to some shenanigans that had gotten out of hand. These 2 had locked themselves in the bathroom and went on a drinking spree, while the line at the drive-thru was getting longer and longer. Management decided to terminate their contracts on the spot. One of the officers went to check in with the supervisor.
So, who got assaulted?
That's why I'm calling.
No, it's cool. I just need to speed this up a little bit. I don't mean to be rude because they're drunk as shit.
No, I'm the manager.
Okay, so who got assaulted then?
Say a bit of all of us.
They managed to assault the whole team in one night? That's impressive.
Okay, so what happened?
Alright, so they're in there from 10:20 to the bathroom all the way until 11.
Okay.
Alright, and then a little bit over that. So they're getting mad because they can hear us on the thing saying, we're telling people, I got 2 workers hiding in the bathroom, don't know why, but I'm trying to get to y'all as quick as possible. I'm not going to lie to nobody.
Okay.
So I called my GM. They're watching us on these cameras right now.
Yeah.
So when they're watching that and my phone rings or it dings, that's not good. So therefore, I went ahead and told them the situation since he asked, and then clocked them out. They got mad, and they still wouldn't leave. She wouldn't let go of him.
When
she wasn't assaulting him, she was just like, "You got my bag, right?" And she's
They did.
drunk.
Was it by that door when they pushed you, or was it by the other one? Because I accidentally locked him out to keep them outside, essentially, and he ended up getting stuck out there, and then they kind of ended up pushing him into that door.
Okay, I mean.
So do any of you guys want to press charges, or you just want? Because I'm gonna take them to jail regardless.
I'm not
interested.
I'm not pressing no charge. I didn't want none of that. I just wanted them to go home.
Okay.
The officer then went outside to try to sort the 2 rambunctious employees out. The breathalyzer was probably performed strictly to follow procedure, but it's not like you couldn't tell that this woman was intoxicated.
Sit right here. Sit right here. Sit right there. There you go.
Are you serious right now? She's not even doing it. Like,
Blow into this. Blow into this.
Facts, no problem.
Blow.
Let me see it.
Blow.
Like, I cannot stand y'all. Let me
I might have done it wrong.
That is so. You are so bad.
She's
bro.
fine.
Let me have a handcuff.
She's 17, so.
Having to switch Trisha's handcuffs was in itself a whole other intervention. The woman kept kicking and screaming, with nothing she was saying making a whole lot of sense. She had to be completely immobilized, with her abdomen to the ground.
We're gonna swap these cuffs out. Quit kicking.
Please let me go. Jada, please let me go.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to stop moving so we can switch out these cuffs, okay?
When they finally decided to take her to the police car, Trisha took one last shot at trying to fight with the officers. One of the cops even got hurt during the struggle, trying to secure the woman in the back of the vehicle.
Hey, you.
Come on.
You. No. Dad. Come on. Please.
Took an elbow to the jaw, but it's fine.
You going to?
Yeah. She's gotta go to YCC though. Let me call Sedoris real quick. Okay. She has to go to the hospital to get clearance.
After she made it to Vandenberg County Jail, things were way calmer. The effects of the drugs and alcohol had probably worn off, and the woman just wanted to go home and rest. Wasn't gonna happen though.
We'll explain everything when we get you in there, okay? You're next to be booked in.
All that. Let me go to the crib. I just want him to sleep. I don't want to bother nobody. None of that.
Alright. I will grab your clothes in just a minute. I'm gonna put you back in the holding cell. You'll be next to be booked in, so. Walk over here, please. I'm gonna have you face that wall for me, please. Don't tuck your arm in there yet. I gotta handcuff you to the bench. I got you bigger clothes so that way you can later, though.
I do.
Do you not remember any of it?
I mean, I remember a lot of it. I'm not getting ready to fucking,
Alright, honey, go ahead and step in here and go to that far corner over there. Go ahead and sit for me. And I need this arm. Shouldn't be much longer, okay?
Here's a quiz. What do you get when you try to combine a wild night out with a shift at Taco Bell? Multiple charges, apparently, including battery of an officer, public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and resisting law enforcement. Our last story introduces us to Takanisha, a former Captain D's employee who got into a bit of a struggle during one of her shifts for working too hard. Officers were dispatched to the location in September 2021 after her manager requested assistance. They'd been unable to escort her out of the building and complained that she was getting aggressive, even throwing a bucket of dirty water at the manager and splashing other people in the process.
So what's the problem today?
Because I'm sending her home.
Okay.
She started cussing. She threw water. It got on me.
Okay, I got you. And
She got my cell phone in her hand. I need my cell phone.
And she wouldn't give it back? You told her to give it back? She snatched out in here?
She threatened me. It was on the counter. She won't give it to him. She threatened me. She won't give it to him. I ain't did nothing. You don't got to hesitate. I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm right here. So anyway, she asked me, I'm on the phone with my DM, and when you want to talk to me, I'd be ready to talk to you because I told her to call you.
So
we want to press charges for one. I want my cell phone. That's my problem.
we're going to get your phone. If she has it on her, then we're going to get it.
Okay.
So if she took the phone, where is it at right now? Is it on her person?
It's in her hand.
Oh, that's the red one? The black and red?
No, not the one she got wrapped up in the paper towel.
Okay, oh, it's on the counter. The black gold case right here?
Yeah.
Officers eventually got Takanisha out of the restaurant. She was already in trouble for having picked up her manager's phone without her consent, but in order to piece the story together, the cops needed to question her further. You might want to grab a pen and paper because things are about to get complicated.
I'm new just like everybody else. Why throw me on the register at 5 o'clock? I'm on night shift by myself. Ain't nobody else here. Tasha wasn't helping me, and Eric wasn't. Nobody helping me. Nobody backing up me. I was bringing up and taking my own order.
All right, ma'am. So what's going on today? I need you to talk to me, okay?
I thought he was up front.
What's going on today?
And then she got mad because I told her that I wanted to get transferred.
That you were what? Getting transferred?
I had no asked her, she told me, okay, for one, we've been working. So like about 40, I guess I'd say about 45 minutes ago, I want to talk to the camera because I want to see me. Okay. About 45 minutes ago, I can take me out. But about 40, I know, I'll bet.
Okay,
about 45 minutes ago, I'm sorry my mind ain't here right now because she really tried. About 45 minutes ago, I was like, Miss Tasha, I feel like this ain't for me because I'm working myself. I'm the only cashier in there. You get my thing?
Okay, so you're mad because you're overworked and not getting transferred. You also have a problem with your colleagues because they're not lending a helping hand during busy shifts. Okay, got you so far. Carry on.
I've been a manager before. I got 3 years management experience before I came working at County and Hardee's. So I know the procedure. I know we're gonna be short stuff. I understand it. But when you got 2 managers in the store and nobody bagging me up, but somebody always backing her up, that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? So she was like, well, what do you mean? Then she was like, Eric, come here. Then I was like, Miss Tasha, it ain't even that serious because it's dramified here. Like everything go out of proportion. I was like, it ain't even that serious. She was like, well, I got a problem with people working with you and saying you're aggressive. So I was like, well, Miss Tasha, coming from a manager point of view, because I'm a manager also, if somebody tell you it's something that I did wrong, you should tell me or let me know what I need to change in order for me to grow. I was like, so that's weird. I was like, but we ain't even got to talk about it because, I'm still here working, and that's how I said it. I went on here and worked.
Okay, so you're also a manager, but your manager has received complaints that you've been aggressive with other colleagues. And what about that dirty water bucket?
She was like, we ain't gonna give you backup number, we just gonna send you home because we starting to feel. But mind you, she just had me the day before yesterday and told me that she would ask me, do I feel like other girls should work? So I'm like, okay, she said she's starting to feel and on fire. I was like, well, you got up. So I was knocking that other clock out and she blocked out the clock and we was in front of the board and the bucket flipped and I flipped it back. That's what happened.
Okay, now you lost me. A water bucket doesn't just fly by itself. As she was getting questioned, another officer was trying to gather statements from her colleagues in the restaurant. Both officers get together moments later, and here's their understanding of the event.
What did she say? Huh?
Theft, terroristic threats, simple battery.
Do you have witnesses saying that?
Yeah, I have one of the, not her, but the other girl. I mean, the water's all over the floor. I mean, even on the 911 call, they said that they should be phone. They said that you gotta get the phone back from her.
Yeah, so she admitted to taking the phone, that it was on the counter, she grabbed it, and she walked around and then sat next to she said that with the water, it was on the table, so she went back there to go get her jacket or get her stuff, or to clock out, and they wouldn't let her clock out. The lady was standing in front of it, so she like banged the table. It had a bucket of water, and the water, I guess it splashed on everyone, and then she said that's when the lady grabbed the bucket and tried to throw it at her, and it ended up getting on like everybody.
Even like they were like she's trying to throw the tea things. Like the other lady said she was trying to push her out of there. She was like actively threatening, like she's gonna come back and that she's gonna have to get a restraining order against her. She's gonna flatten all of her tires and everything. I mean, we have enough for sure.
Okay.
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a bad day at work for Takenisha. As if getting arrested wasn't bad enough, things are about to get worse because of a little thing she had in her pockets that she forgot to mention.
I mean, what's that? You're gonna go to jail, okay? For taking her phone?
I didn't take her phone,
Okay.
but I had my stuff
Okay,
though.
listen.
Wait, before you tell me to jail, wait, let me get my out me. I got some weed on me.
Okay, I'll get it. We're not worried about that. So
You're not gonna go into your pocket.
I'm not going
just put your hands behind your back. Listen.
Alright. Get the phone. I'm going. Look.
Alright.
Put your hands together like you're praying, so it doesn't hurt. Like you're praying.
Like you're praying so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt.
Put your phone with somebody. Ain't that serious? I ain't gonna resist it. I ain't even resist it. But it's in my shoes, and I'm not taking it off to the chemical crack.
Go ahead,
She's
turn
going to
your
jail.
quick up.
Okay. I'm going to jail. You don't got to put them that tight. You can loosen them up a little bit.
They're pretty good. I can
No, this one right here is
Okay,
tighter
ma'am,
than that one. No,
ma'am.
they two different types.
The arrest was followed by a body search. You know, standard procedure. The woman knew she was going to be in a lot more trouble after officers would pick up whatever she had in her shoe. Here's where she decided to switch up the strategy a bit. She began complaining about how she was being maneuvered by the male officers, even though he wasn't the one touching her.
Oh, this is yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna search her first. Close it. Go ahead, stand right here. Go ahead and spread your feet. A little wider.
Oh yeah, it's some more stuff in my pocket. I'm sorry, baby. It's some more stuff in this pocket. I ain't doing it.
This
Why is you so rough with me? You
I'm
pissing
not.
me off. Yes,
I'm
you
not.
is. You are.
Okay.
Quit being rough with me.
I'm barely
No,
touching
I'm dead ass serious.
Ma'am,
You been
face
now.
that
I'm
way.
for real. Y'all finna have to beat me.
Okay, face that
Quit
way.
being rough with
I'm
me.
not. I'm
Yes,
barely
you
touching
are. Like I don't mind y'all getting clean. I
Okay.
never ran from y'all. I don't
Okay.
mind going to jail. I'm burn out y'all like I did. So I
Okay.
ain't shoot nobody.
Okay.
God don't like ugly. That's why I tested positive for COVID yesterday.
Yeah, nice try. Nobody was touching you roughly. Nobody was about to beat you up. After the aggressive stint still didn't get the results she wanted, she let the waterworks flow at full speed.
You can be out by tomorrow.
No, not
Yes, you can.
tomorrow. I can't. Baby said I'm gonna be only. I feel they would have given me a shot. They could have bought. Got that shot. I didn't even do that. All these things I picked up on my phone. They
You can
did
be out tomorrow. Stop. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
No, I don't want to ride down. I'll call the sergeant. Call the sergeant. He did too. I don't want to
He's
do
not
that
gonna
no
take
more.
you.
Somebody gonna have to take me. I don't want to ride with her.
you.
She thought that was funny. I got smoke in me. And she thinking I'm getting shot with a fucking I'm sorry, but that
I'll take
it's funny don't get shot with a felony. I got smoke in. You let me talk. Y'all on school. What do y'all get out of town for? So now I ain't got nowhere to stay with my kids. You remember that. I hope you and yours be great. But now I'm finna lose my boyfriend.
This fast food employee eventually got 6 charges for her little performance that day, including theft, simple battery, and possession of various types of drugs. Working in customer service may be frustrating at times, but it doesn't justify treating your colleagues badly, taking their phones, or drugs. We hope you enjoyed this spicy buffet of naughty employees. If anything, at least you got a peek of what can happen over the counter of your local fast food joint. Weird stories may be hidden behind that smiley face you see today at the drive-thru. You also got a valuable piece of information. Always be on the lookout for weird green balls in your burrito. Just saying, that might just save you a trip to the doctor.